Hey everybody, and welcome to probably one of the least relatable videos I will ever make, at least for now, that I've ever made. But I still want to talk about this because I kind of have a problem. We're going to be making some matcha as well in the meantime, just to, keep your brain fed up, or there's something going on the screen. What does it come down to? I'm not giving you suspense. Our game is successful and I've never felt like more of a failure. That's like, nah. That's also not exactly true. I've been having a lot of weird thoughts. So MO98 is currently sitting at about, well, it's gonna be like 19,000 wishlists almost. By the time this video is uploaded, we're like 250 wishlists away, but we are getting like 500 wishlists a day currently. And on the one hand, it's like, this is great. Everyone is telling me who like has made games before, or even hasn't made games before, of like, this is amazing, you guys made it, so happy for you, you're gonna get the generational wealth, basically. And it sounds really nice, But I also can't accept that we're going to be successful, is kind of what it comes down to. As in, my brain cannot comprehend that supposedly 10 days from now, I'm gonna check my bank account. I mean, Steam payout takes some time, but like 10 days from now, suddenly we're going to have 100K in the bank or something like that. The numbers are kind of weird of like what you can expect from the game launch, because you have the standard Burkett ratio, which is like, I don't know, it's by the Jake Burkett. It's what most of the calculations use. I'll get up for a second. Of like, if you have this many wish lists and your game is going to be priced at this price, this is what you can expect. And I plugged in the numbers. I think we're gonna hit 25K wishlist by the time the game comes out. Relatively easily. Because like I said, we're at 19,000 wishlists right now, and we've never had a real content creator cover our game yet. It's kind of one of those things that also makes me very scared. As in, like, I have currently sent out about 160 emails to content creators, and we've had 4 keys claimed so far, which is a very, very bad ratio. And I think that's part of why I'm going crazy as well, because it's such a low ratio. I'm sending up follow-ups and things like that. Of course, we still have time. It's just like unusual for me that the ratio is so low. And I cannot stop imagining this game coming out. I guess that's the big problem that I want to talk about. This game comes out, MO98, in like 10 days, like I said, and it's just not gonna sell. It's just going to be a nothing burger. We're going to get like some freak 1% conversion rate and immediately go at like mixed ratings or something like that. That's kind of my big fear. And it's what genuinely keeps me up at night now. Because I don't know what I would make better or like different, or what, like even if I had like ideas of what I could change. It sounds like the game's coming out in 10 days, delaying doesn't make any sense either. What do we do? And everyone tells me like, you're overcomplicating things, it's gonna be a banger, all of those things. And it's like, yeah, that would be nice. But I just can't accept that. It's maybe the DJ Khaled suffering from success thing as well, that you're like, bro, I don't even get 500 wishlists, what are you talking about? And that's what I mean with like, it's so complicated as well. I think part of it, and I guess this is a problem that I hope you guys will have at some point, is like, we're looking at like an estimated lifetime revenue if you plug in like our current sales and things like that in the Burkett thing of about 140K. And I think that is somewhat conservative. I don't want to like jinx it or anything like that, but like, especially like incremental games lately have been going very, very hard upon launch. Like often way more than like the wish lists they get, which, once again, sounds good. So maybe we're gonna make even more than 100K. But that's also what we've made in the last 4 years combined. Like Bite Me hasn't been a terribly successful studio yet, if we're being honest. As in like, yeah, 100K for 2 people full-time and 1 guy not full-time, but kind of still working full-time over 4 years of development is not great. So suddenly we're going to be beating that, supposedly. And it just feels so goddamn weird also. And I think my brain is just like, let's not jinx it. Let's just not even think about that this is going to happen. So what are my actionable things here? I think part of the danger, I think a genuine danger that I had, that I think I was able to barely avoid, is getting that feeling of like self-sabotaging, because you're like, I don't want this game to succeed. Or like, you know, like the content creator emails took longer than I expected. I think partially because I don't feel ready. I feel ready, but I don't want this game to be more successful almost to a certain degree, because I'm just too scared of the launch and what that's going to bring with it, basically. Let me quickly just calculate my water is the right level. But I think another problem is that I do not want to even dream about like this game being successful or like doing certain... I'm kind of just ignoring the game's launch. As in like the game is gonna launch and I think the game is gonna be all right. As in like I could feel comfortable pressing the release button now. It's not like we're missing anything critical. I finished the localization and localization QA today. It was kind of miserable for a week, but it's done now, so I'm happy with it. But I just feel like I'm eternally tempering expectations with this game. When we joined the Steam Next Fest, my goal was to get 2,000 wishlists. I think 2,000 or 1,000. The idea was, okay, I want the final number of wishlists that we get from the Steam Next Fest to be more than my virtual friend, which is a low bar to clear, but we did end up clearing it by quite a lot since we were at 10K from after the Steam Next Fest alone. And then kind of my brain went into shutdown mode and didn't want to think about big goals anymore, where another like benchmark that of course you cannot ignore, because it's part of the reason why MO98 was made, was the game about feeding a black hole, where I think they launched at 35,000 wishlists or something like that. But I don't want to be the guy who's going to be like, yeah, let's go 35K wishlists on launch, because I feel mentally not ready to get 35,000 wishlists, I guess. And then everything else that ties into that. So what's the solution? I don't know. I feel like on the one hand, I'm like ready to finally get some money, get that bag cooking or whatever you want to call. On the other hand, it's terrifying, I guess. Especially that quick jump. It's not like we went from like moderate success to moderate success to like there is a chance we're going to literally 100x our previous game. Like, that's already a very high number, but like Kyoto Anomaly was the last game released a year ago, and that's currently grossing, I think, lifetime 5 or 6K. I think 5K, even less. It's a good game. It has great reviews. We have only a single negative review out of like 78, 79. It's a game I'm proud of. And with MO98, I feel like I can't be proud of it because it's too overshadowed by the fear of releasing and it not going well. I feel like this video is getting rambling. I don't know what specifically I want to say, but my matcha is not ready yet, so you guys are gonna have to wait a bit longer. It's just a problem that I'm dealing with, I guess, and I want to share it with you guys as well. So, like I have like weird issues with like priorities as well, where maybe you guys have noticed. I mean, probably some of you guys haven't. Our upload schedule the last few weeks has been kind of inconsistent as well. I should have prepared my matcha earlier. Oh well. Of like missing some uploads here and there, and it's like these things shouldn't matter much, but they matter to me. Having a consistent upload schedule is something I've done for years, and then now suddenly the thought of like MO98 and then the thinking about how do we not fuck up this launch kind of also takes over the part of my brain that's like, let's make content. Top 10 tips to start game development, let's go. Or like I have a bunch of other like cool videos planned. I have videos planned for longer, but it's like, I don't want to focus on those now, or I can't focus is I think a better thing. Of like, I'm too focused on MO98, or my brain feels like it should be more focused on MO98 at least. Okay, time for the pour. Are we getting there? Oh. It's okay. MO98 still hasn't released, so we're still using the pretty cheap, shitty matcha. This time I forgot to do the zoom in when I poured. I'm sorry everyone, I've disappointed you. But I can show it to you. Ta-da, this is it. So I guess this is the one that I just put in here. It's not dirty. Someone commented on that last time. I guess I just need to keep working. I think I'm being a pussy to a certain degree, where I've always been this guy with, I would say, somewhat big goals. You know, I'm the guy who decided that 2026 was gonna be the year of the $1 million studio. And then now it's suddenly seemingly here, and I am unable to accept that, hey, maybe it's actually going to be the year of the $1 million studio. It was supposed to be a stupid catchphrase, just to get you guys to like and subscribe. So if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. But then suddenly you get like faced with reality. So I guess that's kind of the update on how I feel. I'm not gonna complain. Like, how could I complain if money comes in? I think MO98 is a good game. We think we have good signals. I think it's very much, I'm very scared that no content creators have basically wanted to give our game a go. Like I said, we had three covers, 3 content creator keys claimed or something like that. And then I had 2 more that just were like, yeah, this is not a fit for our channel. Like, I mean, it's not throwing them under the bus, I think. It's like Orbital Potato, for example, very nice guy. He covered Forge Industry. He still remembered us. And then like MO98 was like, yeah, this doesn't fit. And it kind of does suck to hear that. And of course, it's not my job to be like, no, actually you should play the game. But I think that is kind of like the one negative sign. Our trailers have been performing very well. And like the Steam Next Fest demo as well, that's got as our wish lists. But it still feels like, you know, wish lists you get from trailers versus wish lists you get from a Steam demo versus wish lists you get from content creator coverage. Maybe Chris Zukowski says that they're all equal, but I feel like in my opinion they aren't. And I'm kind of scared that the wish lists we get from like, you know, our game trailer that has like 200,000 views are not going to convert at all. And I don't know, there's no way to specifically like track where wish lists come from, or not to like that degree. I don't have like UTM links and all of those things, but that's kind of the current situation over at Bite Me. I am looking forward to being able to buy the expensive matcha at some point when we can afford it. I don't think it's going to be a company expense, but I can just pay myself. I think it's just because also a lot of stuff is riding on this. This is gonna, like, you know, we've been doing this for 4 years. I'm growing older, William's growing older. We have dreams. We're kind of leaving the reckless youth section of our life. And it's also like this would be a perfect opportunity to leave that. But I cannot accept that it's gonna happen, I guess is what it comes down to. I have really nothing more to say with this video. I'm sorry if this is one of the worst videos I've ever made. It's still a video. Next one will be better. Just tell me that the next one should be better and I'll do my best. So yeah, I think that's it. If you have had a successful game, like 100K plus or whatever, come out. I don't know what your advice is for me. I think that's at the end of the day, a tiny fraction of Bite Me has released a game on Steam with more than $1,000 in gross revenue. I once did a poll on it. I think it's like 2% or something like that. So I can't imagine, like, you know, we have like a few people in our Discord who have had successful games, but most of them are also like lurkers. I hope it's a nice feeling, but I don't have that feeling right now. So that's the update. Part of me is also like, we're gonna release the game and we're gonna go straight to next game. Because it's like, we need to make money. We need to keep the studio afloat. And it's like, not being able to grasp that thing of like, hey, if you make 100K in your first month or whatever much, like you don't need to immediately go crunch mode again. Whereas my body is kind of in this fight mode of like, immediately go to the next game, don't waste time. We're currently planning to join Steam Next Fest in June with 2 more games. So yeah, I don't know where to go from here, basically. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I hope it was an interesting video. I hope you got to see me enjoy my matcha. I'm gonna just sit in my couch and dissociate now for the next 10 minutes with my matcha. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!